So, Insider Gaming has decided to come out with a very provocative article that says Call of Duty is getting a Street Fighter crossover. Now, this obviously is very misleading. It is clickbait, and it is not true because Call of Duty, the Xbox version, the PlayStation version, the Steam version is not getting a Street Fighter crossover. This is, in fact, Call of Duty Mobile, and they make that clear inside the article, but they've lied on the top and they've tried to create outcry, confusion, and just discontent. And honestly, this level of just misdirect, this level of crappy journalism should just it's absolutely shameful. The fact that you have to go to this levels of clickbait in order to get people to click on your article. If it's a crap article, then it's a crap article. No one wants to know about it, and that's fine, right? But why do you have to go out your way to do an article like this? It's so shameful. It's so disrespectful, not only to the end user who is coming to you for trusted information and trusted source. Of course, you've got the PlayStation fanboys out there defending this like crazy and saying, there's no lies here and whataboutisms when Xbox said, Silent Hill 2 is the best version on Xbox, which it technically is because the console version runs better than the PS5 and the PS5 Pro. And if you buy the Xbox version, you also get the even superior PC version, all for the same price. So buying the game on Xbox is the superior way to buy this. But of course, their whataboutisms have to go so far and say, well, they're doing this and this. And they're actually defending this sort of written information. Why? Because they absolutely hate Call of Duty. And that's it. That's really what it comes down to. They can sugarcoat it how they want, but that's really what it comes down to. However, pushing the fanboys aside for just a second, Insider Gaming here should really be called out for this. And I did call them out, and that's when the PlayStation fanboys decided to come in and start bombarding me like crazy. This is diabolical. This is disgraceful. And honestly, Insider Gaming, I know Tom Henderson's there as well. You should absolutely be ashamed of yourself. Absolutely be ashamed of yourself. Actually, who wrote this? Grant Taylor Hill. Actually, I'm not surprised it's this guy. This is the guy that for Power World turned around and said that he actually contacted PETA for Power World, right? The fact that MMOs have you killing rabbits and everything, any MMO, have you killing like wildlife within the first 10 levels as if you're committing genocide is crazy. But those are all okay. But Power World, because it's an Xbox game, can't allow it. Of course, Grant Taylor Hill is going to do this. What a diabolical person. I cannot believe that this person is still employed here. After that shameful Palworld article that he wrote, where he actually phoned PETA. I'm not joking, right? He actually phoned PETA and then wrote an article about PETA basically telling him to piss off. Right? And he's then started arguing with PETA that people are committing animal cruelty inside the game. Mate, what the hell is Monster Hunter doing then? You're literally carving these creatures, murdering them to carve them so you can create skins and armor for yourself. But hey, let's not get into that. But yeah, so this actually makes a lot more sense. But still, the fact that PlayStation fanboys are defending this is crazy. Now you've got news about Metal Gear Solid 4, which is one of the games it's a phenomenal game. No hand, I think it's got like 20 hours worth of cutscenes as well. Yeah, that's not a joke. It's got a lot of cutscenes. But the series producer Noriaki Okamura says it would be tough to bring over Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of Patriot. And I'm thinking to myself, you can play it on PC right now via emulation. So why don't you just emulate it? Add an emulation package to the code, make it, PlayStation compatible, off you go. Or if the PlayStation 6 is going to be running, Steam, like I've said in my previous video, this is the perfect example of how that could be useful in bringing these games over, packaging them in a container with the emulator to boot it and then having the game running. The fact is, this game works on PC. It runs via emulation with no problems. You can play it from start to end and it works. Him turning around and saying that, the hardware at the time required very particular design to produce free performance with the technology available at the time, unique code, this is all rubbish. Emulation is here. It works. Put a container around it and just get it out there. People would even be happy for that. And it's sad that they don't even consider that. Splinter Cell remake director David Grivell has announced to rejoin Ubisoft Toronto as a project game director. He started in 2021. I'm guessing he left and then has now come back and will continue working on the Splinter Cell remake. This is great. I really have high hopes for Splinter Cell. I don't suspect we will get another Metal Gear. I really want this game to succeed. I really want this game to do well. I'm pretty much really tempted to just go back and replay the Splinter Cell games again. There's a number of them that I haven't actually played yet. So that would actually be kind of cool. And kind of revisit these because this was the alternative to Metal Gear. And we haven't had a Splinter Cell in a long time. They've released their anime, which I'm going to sit down and watch, and I'm hoping it's good. But yeah, I really want this project to succeed. I really want this to be good. I don't care, ultimately where it lands. I suspect it's going to be on all platforms. But this is one game I want to do really, really well. IO Interactive CEO Hakan Abrak confirms Hitman series will continue. So, of course, there will be more Hitman 4. The team is first focusing on bringing co-op to the existing game, calling it a really, really good extension to the universe. Now, Hitman, as you know, in my opinion, it's a niche franchise. It's not really a mass marketed one. However, it has its niche audience and people love it. I've played it on VR on PS5 and it's awesome. They've actually got the VR down to a T. Now, I'm not sure if there's co-op in there. I think there is, but they're looking to bring more co-op to it, which is great. And I think, that will only be good for the game. Having, two of you trying to work together in order to get that silent, assassination and then move on can lead to all mannerisms of silliness and fun. So I'm all for this. I hope it works. I hope whatever's going through their heads and going through my head right now actually is what I hope it will be. But that's the video, folks. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I really hope you found this video useful. Leave a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. Don't forget, we are trying to hit 8,500 subs by the end of the year. My original goal was 10,000, but that's unlikely at this point in the year. But if we can hit 8,500, that would be amazing. So if you could support the video, if you could support the channel, that would be absolutely amazing. Don't forget, I now have a TikTok channel as well where I release shorts, just giving updates on games I'm playing or little bits of tidbits of news in shorts. You can find me over there as well. Link in the description below. All right, folks, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.